these folks that have the husband and wife, they're still married, going
They
through all
are.
that. I mean,
and
like,
they're
honestly.
in the car together, guys, for 12 to 14 hours, multiple times during storm season.
We need their secret for sure, right?
They've got a lot of grace that they give each other,
Amen,
that's for sure.
sister, amen.
Guys, it is so cold this morning as we're starting off. We are in the 30s, not just the 30s, the low 30s. El Reno just dipped to 32 degrees, light freeze in Edmonds, 31, 35 in Guthrie, 36 in Yukon, patchy frost trying to develop, but 40s off towards the east and southeast. So for the kiddos getting ready, Oklahoma City Public Schools on fall break, back into the swing of things, 39 degrees. The coat is needed this morning. 63 is where we're headed coming home. Now, speaking of the eclipse, oh my gosh, it was amazing. Got to about 80% of totality coming up over on Saturday. Of course, next year's eclipse gets to totality in southeastern Oklahoma. Great viewing conditions for most. There was some cloud cover in eastern Oklahoma, but so many folks sent in pictures, and I thought that captured it well. There's the eclipse projected through the leaves of the trees onto the pumpkin. Also love this picture. Russell sent this to us. Made the viewer we talked about on air, where you can actually use a cereal box or a box to be able to look safely at the eclipse taking place as the moon moves in front of the sun and casts a shadow onto Earth. This kind of time lapse put together by Mark from Edmond of the moon moving over the sun, you can see did not fully cover up the disk. It happens next year. Next year is going to be even cooler than what we saw on Saturday. High pressure's been moving in since the weekend. Our skies are clear now and our winds are very light, and that means we have really bottomed out. 39 at Will Rogers. The wind chill is 35 on our Lucky Star Skycam network. There's the 32 El Reno, 30s all across southern Oklahoma, 36 on the Red River down near Marietta. We've got freezing now in Buffalo, light freeze there, and the wind's not crazy, but it's enough that you'll kind of notice some 20s showing up for wind chill factor, down to 25 in El Reno. That's where we're starting for your Monday. Now this afternoon, again, sunshine, but we're below average. We'll only top out at 63 degrees today. Sunrise is at 7:37. Highs today will be in the low 60s. North winds prevail, bringing down that Canadian air, but we're actually turning our attention down here south of Mexico. Over the warm waters near the equator, a tropical system is developing, and that can come up towards Oklahoma. Latest data has been very consistent, run after run, that it brings rain to Oklahoma, but it's next week. Right now, we're dealing with the chilly conditions. Ridge builds in, we warm it up. We do have a cold front arriving midweek, but that system looks to pass by mostly dry, unfortunately. Briefly cools us down, but the ridge takes hold. It builds out to the west, and we warm it up to the 70s, the 80s. Another weak front comes in Saturday into Sunday, but we'll be focusing our attention down here where the rain chances go up, moving up over Mexico. That moisture rides up, comes into West Texas, and tries to move up into Oklahoma as we head into the middle portion of next week. We're talking October 24th, 25th. Now, the thing is, with tropical systems, they're very finicky. Their steering winds determine everything, which can still change since we're talking 8-9 days away. But also, if it does hold together, this is what can bring several inches of rain to Oklahoma if that moisture stays intact. And right now, at least in the long term, it's looking good. Tonight, we look dry, not quite as cold, but we'll still have 30s as you start your Tuesday. Highs tomorrow into the 70s, lower 70s. It looks beautiful tomorrow. South wind returns, 80s in the west and northwest. Wednesday, that cold front does move in, so some mid-70s in the northwest, but 80s return in the southern Oklahoma on Wednesday. It's a weak front, again, mostly dry as it moves in. 40s in the morning Thursday, upper 70s. You notice our lows are getting warmer, our highs are getting warmer, and we're watching for that rain. We sure do need it. Hopefully it pans out into next week. And we're back right after this break.
Bus Stop Forecast, sponsored by Triple Play Home Services.